What up, Paladins? It's Scared Gaming. I'm your host, Dan. This is my host, Izzy.
Hello there.
You're my host. Did you hear that? So anyhow, we're going to move on because I kind of like that intro. We're going to stick with it. So on today's episode, we are going to show you how to get serious about playing.
Seris.
There you go.
Oracle of the Abyss. I like that name, actually.
Didn't get my notes on trampling on my words, but she is an expert healer in this game and in Overwatch. Look for her playing Moira on Overwatch or Baptiste. We have a video on Io, who's another healer, and in that one she out-healed and out-damaged all the other healers.
Yeah, so that's kind of proving it, I guess. I don't know. So first of all, we're going to go over the loadout like we did in the last video.
Which one are you using here?
It's called Soul Forge because that's the main one. Soul Forge. Reduce the cooldown of Soul. Reduce
the cooldown of Restore Soul by 2.5 seconds or percent?
Seconds.
I got a small screen in front of me.
Thank you. That's just her healing. So her healing usually has a cooldown of 4 seconds. So that's kind of long because you can only heal every 4 seconds, and I feel like that.
So now you're down to a minute and a half? I mean, a second and a half.
Yeah.
We're really stumbling through this one.
Another Siphon. Heal for 200 health every second while on shadow travel. So that's your recovery like I did in the How to IO video. It's always good to have a good recovery as a healer because if you're dead, well then nobody else can heal. That's
very good point.
Yeah. Wickedness reduce the cooldown of Ren's soul by 1 second. I have that on 2 points. That's just the kind of like explosion. So when you hit enemies, it puts a little counter up. And then once it reaches 4, you can use that. And then do another burst damage, which can be kind of frightening and good if they're at low health. Okay. And then Bane at 2, every soul charge you detonate reduce the cooldown of Restore Soul by 0.4 seconds. So that ties in with Wickedness, making it so that you can heal for down to 1.1 seconds, which is pretty good.
And I noticed this one, you're amplifying their main talent. You've got a lot of things dealing with healing. Io, you went all 5 cards upping her healing, and on this one you added Dark Whisper to increase your movement speed and shadow travel.
Mm-hmm. So that helps with Nether Siphon. So when you're in that mode, you can just quickly get out of the battle really fast and then heal up to full or almost full really quickly, which means that you don't spend a lot of downtime as Seris because with Io you kind of have to wait for Luna to heal you, but with Seris you could just be going in a little circle and you're healing.
Those were good hand motions.
Yeah, I was just making a little circle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, too bad we didn't have a camera on that.
And I'm going to use Mortal Reach because it increases the range of Restore Soul so you can heal for farther, and the duration by 1 second, so then you can heal for longer, and you already have your cooldown pretty low.
So overall, I see you use the cards to amplify your natural abilities, and then in the game you start to tweak some of the weaknesses.
Mm-hmm. That's how I like playing. I don't like turning a healer into a damage dealer because why don't you just play a damage or a flank character if you're going to go for kills? So we got to quickly lock that in. There we go, Seris.
Alright.
I also like her skins. They're pretty good skins, and especially the base taboo. The red. You can't go wrong with that. Now this last person better pick a flank because we have no flank. Okay, they picked flank. Good. They didn't go Hanzo, so.
They didn't go Hanzo. They tried. Oh, look, it's Brigitte with a gun.
Brigitte.
And then on the other side, you got Brigitte with a gun.
And then you got
a gun. You got Soldier 76 with the gelled up hair, looking like he came out of the movie Something About Mary. You'll have to watch that film to figure out how he got his to stick up in the air.
Bum, bum, bum.
Not quite PG-13.
Ooh. Dang.
Ooh, no. Maybe.
And the default Seris is also very nice, so we're not going to select that because we would run out of time, and that wouldn't have been good. But she has nice skins. The Cottontail one is very bad, though. It's the one that they're trying to charge you $8 for. It looks like she's a magician, but like they give her blonde hair, and it's just kind of like that is not her personality at all.
You're playing with Mama.
Mama.
But you're playing. Oh, there's Brian again, and Magic
They
Buzzer,
have Rovers.
Wizard
They
Chart,
have a healer.
Earthquake
They actually have
9.
healer this time.
In the healers group? Mm-hmm. You don't have a Groot on your team.
No, but we have a Seris.
You all have, everybody on your team has very short names. Tyra, Sky, Ash, Seris, Victor.
Not my team. Mortal Reach and Soulful Reach. She says, she has like this one intro that she says, and it's like, I know things that you don't know. I know things that no mortal knows. And just like, that's one way to say I know things, and I'm not that oblivious. Just like to say, she's very cryptic and gets nothing out of the way. And then, again, I'm just gonna focus on, ooh, we already have a strong healing, so Veteran's not gonna help us. I just realized that. So we're gonna go with Cauterize to start.
And that affects their the enemy's healing.
Mm-hmm. And with the Grover, that's also really good because then no matter where they are, they're basically getting healing as long as they're not like too far off.
Well, look, you're on your pony. I don't see a lot of customized ponies yet.
Well, because we're in low level, so.
Ah. She also doesn't look like she rides that thing very comfortably. Whoa.
So you see, low on health, we get out of the battle. Retreat.
Now, she seemed to take a lot of damage pretty quickly. And so she's healing. She has to fire her healing at people. Wow. She doesn't resemble Moira in the least bit. Purple for death, yellow for healing.
Green for healing.
Oh, green for healing. My bad.
So you can stay back as her a little bit more or less.
She doesn't seem to take she seems to take damage much quicker than Io. I'm assuming that's if the team can hit you. They don't seem to have really good aim on the other team. So you keep her back out of the fight a little bit more. I'm noticing that. You're not as rushing in with her.
Yeah, I would say that because her healing has a cooldown, unlike Io and most healers, you can't just be in the middle of the fight. You have to wait for people to drop back for you.
And she doesn't have a deployable healer like Luna.
No. So you saw that Ren's Soul, that one where you do the explosion, that just healed me back up to max. So that's why you're going to want to make sure you're using that, because a lot of people kind of forget how to use it. Or then they just do it when they're at 1, and then you get like no healing. Ooh, we got to get in there. Oh, dang. So you see he's at 4 right now. Gonna hit him until he's low, and then Ren's Soul. Oh, or not. Or I'll just get killed.
Oh!
We're gonna bring up Cauterize again, and then Nimble, just so our speed is up. And we have our ultimate, which is kind of like a Zarya ult. So for those of you who know Overwatch, with everyone together, it's pretty OP. Nobody's on point, so I guess I'm gonna have to do that.
So you want to wait now until their group comes out, and then you're just gonna vacuum them all together,
Yeah.
and they should all die.
Our team knows what to do because we have 2 ultimates charged.
And you definitely want to make sure you're fully loaded.
Oh. I heard that. I was like, oh no, there's the thing. There's a bomb coming.
He went after you.
That's always a good sign as a healer if they're specifically going after you. I would just like to say that. Don't take that as an offense. Take that as a compliment, because that means you're doing good.
There you go. So you still haven't used your ultimate yet, have you?
No, I'm thinking of saving it. Maybe? But, because I haven't seen a big group of them.
That seems like something that would be really good for a final push. Although there's a few of them out there now.
So you see that Ren's Soul right there? They all were damaged.
Ah. So wait for them to group up before you use that. If you
Because
can.
her thing hits multiple people.
Or you keep dying.
Lifesteal. Push successful. And we're at 33%. So far, we
Oh, this is a halfway point?
have done pretty good.
So I'm guessing if you haven't used a lot of items, that means you haven't died that much?
Yeah.
Because one person on your team had no items.
Or they just, well, especially at a lower level, they don't know what they're doing because you have time to prepare at the beginning.
Oh, so they should have used at least one or two at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Or if they were saving for a higher level one, they should have definitely an item by now because, you know, they have a bunch of credits, hopefully. And our team's flanking, so I guess I'm gonna do that too. Keep them alive for that initial push. Get that up to 4, and then I'm gonna Rensoul. Or not right now, because I needed healing. That's a good thing to have boosted up too. If you want to, if you play with more of Rensoul, then I would say focus your cards more on that and less on the movement speed. I would get rid of that last card that I used and then put that onto making Rensoul with a shorter cooldown or just better in general.
Makes sense.
If you don't really care about speed, because some people don't. Oh, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. We need to get out of here.
Have you used your ultimate yet?
It's at 66.
Huh?
I'm just trying to stay back on payload.
I can see the difference in the style of play because you generally like to play the IO type characters where you're really just out there in everybody's face trying to do almost as much damage as healing.
Okay, I got my... I'm going to avoid that, that's a bomb. And then when they all come out, I'm just going to hide back for a second and see if I can pull anyone in. Ooh, back up, we're on low health. Rensoul, and we're back to full.
Yeah, you sort of. Whereas IO, you kind of just stayed right in the thick of it. This one, you dart in and you dart out. And you've died a lot more with her. I've noticed that. And the viewers have probably noticed that too.
Yeah, because the last one I had like...
I don't even think you died in the last one. Maybe once.
Maybe once. I wasn't really using full advantage of my items. We're pretty sure to get this one. It's so close. If anyone would have been backing me up, we probably would have gotten that. Oh, they had to use a bomb to get me.
Well, you better hurry. You got about 30 seconds. Wow.
Hopefully that our tank would use her ultimate. Mama, go in there.
Well, now your ultimate would be very nice. Because they were all really close together. You gotta just push it. You guys are gonna die on the doorstep. You're gonna die on the doorstep.
Overtime? Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a fast overtime right there. Okay. So see, I'm just walking back and forth, making the thing on.
Oh, you're low on health.
I got my ultimate out. Hopefully someone was there to push failed.
Oh, no.
Thought someone was there to like back up my ult. So we have 2 ready ults, 3 almost, and then I've completely used up mine. It's not the last push. They got 1 point. All we have to do is capture now. So, okay, is everything at basically that one?
I noticed you're not using defense. Why aren't you using any of your defensive capabilities?
They're not that good, I found.
Ah.
Especially on a healer, since you already have a bunch of defense, hopefully. Because healers have a decent amount of health compared to flanks, you know. They're not squishies, as you would say.
I gotcha.
We need to just go in on this one, I feel like, because there's no point flanking. Ooh, incoming. Ooh, get out of there. Just...
Does she have any abilities that increase damage output? Sort of like Mercy does?
No.
Do any of the healers in this game have that? That you know of?
I believe so, but don't quote me on that.
Okay. There, you heard it first.
Okay, that's really getting annoying.
Huh. You're just going after their healer, aren't you?
We lost the objective. How did we lose the objective there?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I guess we could just blame it on team comp. Oh, you're in trouble. He's gonna light you up like a birthday cake. You always just like to make me look bad, don't you? Look at a double kill. You're just going after Groot again, aren't you?
Might as well get their healer out of the way, right?
That's definitely one of your tricks, isn't it? You like to get the healers out. I mean, I guess if they're dead, they can't earn points towards top healer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're shooting that guy while he's still on his horse.
Oh. 1,000. Just get cauterized, I guess.
So now you're really going to stop their healing ability. You got all these people that look like flankers trying to go up against a bunch of tanks. So which healer do you think is practically better? In a practical sense.
In a practical sense... Well, I guess we'll see how much healing I get at the end.
Yeah? I mean, it looks like it's overwhelmingly Io, but it's hard to tell because you may have been with a better team last time. Because this team doesn't exactly look like the brightest spoons in this drawer. I really should have followed that off. Brightest knife in the deck. I could have hit all 3 of them, but I didn't, so I failed.
Get out of here. Hide behind this wall.
You're just a little murder machine, aren't you? Until you run into their diva. Or their bastion. That was more of a standing bastion.
I don't know why I got rejuvenate. That was a really bad decision because we don't have another healer. But,
oh, they've just got a grenader up on top there. A grenadier.
We just need to rush them. Wait, 1 second, 1 second. Whoa, I'm gonna heal you. There you go.
Yeah.
And I have my ultimate again. Ooh, final one. This has been a long round.
This has. Much longer than the last one. So that, again, that's why I'm judging it to be Io is your better healer. Just as a side note.
Alright.
So if you like being a healer, play Io.
Mm-hmm.
That way you get the fun of also being a flanker or a DPS.
Yeah.
You did really well on the IO with damage. And you had like 19,000, and I think the top one on your team had like 50.
Capture the objective.
Capture the objective to win. Alright, and they're off on their ponies.
And I have an idea.
Ding, ding, ding.
Just wanted to quickly pop that ult right there just to throw it off right at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, that's not Winston. I mean, not Winston. What's the hamster's name?
Hammond?
Yes, Hammond. Thank you.
Well, Wrecking Ball, but he's Hammond.
Wrecking Ball, yes. He is Hammond. Named after the guy from Top Gear, I think. Yep, their Groot's gonna run. You guys notice you don't do well against their Bastion type character. It's almost like your healing's not quick enough to heal you. It's so funny watching all of these sort of like Overwatch clones.
Did
Well,
it?
there you have it. So let's see how it stacks up. Let's see if once again you could prove that you are the healer extraordinaire.
Jonathan Darren.
Look at this guy. He looks like Soldier 76 in a Disney movie. Okay.
That wasn't very
That wasn't very exciting.
action-packed, but
I think there was like 2 deaths there. But maybe it was just one of those kind of games. Let's see, here comes the pudding. Will there be proof in it?
now we might have to refilm it. 59,000 healing.
Wow. Wow. How does that stack up against the other healer?
My damage, look at that. My damage was like 100 off.
Oh, wow.
15 kills, second most amount of kills.
Really?
Only followed by Jonathan Darren.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You didn't do a lot of damage, but you did polish a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Actually, you did pretty good there for a healer. So what would you say the big difference is between Io and Seris?
It depends on if you're going to be focusing on healing or focusing on damage. If you're going to be trying to focus on damage, go as Io because Luna can take care of the healing for the entire game. Like, I bet you can get most amount of healing without using her primary heal.
No.
But with Seris, since she doesn't have that, you have to be focusing on staying through the flanks, keeping your team up, and just not dying. Well, with Io, if you die, as long as Luna's out, you got a little bonus healing, you know, to keep you up.
Well, there you go. So another how-to video in the can.
Mm-hmm.
Not much left to do except sing them out.
Likes.
Subscribes.
Bye.
Bye.